I am 79 and I am angry. If I were 18 or 20, I would be very, very, very angry. I would be angry that I can't afford to go to college or I'm leaving school deeply in debt. I would be furious that we have a president who demonizes the Latino community, calls them criminals or rapists. I would be angry that I can't afford health care or I can't afford decent housing. And as what you have heard from all of our wonderful and great panelists and their organizations is that the future of our country, and in fact, the future of the entire world rests with the younger people. They are a beautiful generation, a progressive generation, a compassionate generation. And what we have to do now in the next 6 weeks is to make sure that that generation registers to vote, gets their friends, fellow students, co-workers, family members out to vote. And when we do that, what we can do, as we've heard earlier this evening, is rethink America, rethink this country, and create a government and a nation that works for all of us, not just billionaires and wealthy campaign contributors. We can transform this country if we don't let Trump divide us up, if we all stand together. And that's what we have got to do.
This year, Latinos are expected for the first time to be the nation's largest racial or ethnic minority in a U.S. presidential election.
A record 32 million Latinos will be eligible to vote in the November elections.
We have a real opportunity to make a big impact for ourselves, our families, and our communities in this election cycle.
Latinos will account for 13.3% of all eligible voters, and in some key swing states can play a determining role in the outcome of this election.
Es muy simple. Si nos quedamos en casa y no votamos, Trump será presidente por 4 años más. 4 años más de muerte y destrucción en nuestras comunidades. 4 años más de familias destrozadas bajo políticas migratorias terribles.
This administration also works actively to make sure that we don't have the access to health care, or policies like the public charge that threatens the status of immigrants if they need to access to public programs and housing. There is so much at stake in this election. Our families are hurting, our communities are suffering, and that this administration has shown its failure to deal with the pandemic.
Este noviembre, todos tenemos una decisión.
¿Quedarnos atrás?
O podemos ir y luchar por las oportunidades y por la justicia que todos nosotros merecemos.